Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. This is Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner, Cleveland, Ohio, Zone 6B. If you're watching the replay, please hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. Like, share, and subscribe. That way you will know I'm still here. And also hit that notification button so that you'll be notified of any new videos I may upload. So, good evening, everyone. Hey, Joshua, thank you for stopping by. Yes, you the first. Everybody starting to pop in. Oh, yeah, I know, Joshua. Joshua, I don't celebrate birthdays, but I'm glad you've been here for another year. I hope you enjoyed your day. Yes. Oh, I went in there to put some lotion on my face because my face feel ashy. Let's see. I know I got some lotion here in my little drawer. Let me put some on. Thank you for stopping by, though, Josh. I appreciate you. Oop, that's too much lotion. Yeah, it's cold here. That's why I got a jacket on. It's been raining. The highest today was 59 degrees here in Cleveland, Ohio. So yeah, I was gonna take my jacket off, and I caught a chill, and I put my jacket back on. It's too early to put the heat on yet. I don't normally put my heat on until around November the 1st. I try to tough it out with blankets and hoodies and all kinds of coats and stuff. Hey, Official Jamia, how are you? Thank you for stopping in this evening. I appreciate you. Cece, I just got through watching your latest video. So you've been up on the East Coast and you just got back home. And I'm looking at okra that's this doggone big. And that butterfly pea plant on your trellis. Oh my goodness. That's gone bananas. You can send me a little small envelope for those flowers. Uh, my butterfly pea, after fighting off the deer, the groundhogs, and the skunks, it left me a little blossom on it. I got one little blossom. They ate the leaves and left the blossom. So if you want to feel friendly and send me a little envelope of some of those blossoms, I ain't gonna be mad at you, Cece. I'm not. Yeah, that garden had went bananas, but that okra though, it blowed my mind. I didn't know okra could get that big. I got some big okra that I ain't never seen them that big. Hey, Mike. Oh, stuck in ass still. That's all right. You get a you get a jacket on your watermelon. Uh-huh. Yep. And a hoodie too. It's cold here. It started raining about 5 or 6 o'clock this morning. Then it stopped. I had a dental appointment today. Then it started raining back up again because I left my dental appointment about 10 o'clock. And then by the time we came out, it had stopped. Hey, Shamika. And it's been dry the rest of the day, but it's cold. Like I said, 59 was the high today. All right, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, Mike saying hi to everybody. Mike, did you figure out which one of them things was for your wife? Ah, my Renaissance grandma. What's up, sweetie? How are you? I'll be sending you an email soon. My friend liked that soap so much. He said he quit using all the other soaps he has, so I know he gonna run out soon. Yeah, that soap ain't no joke. He really likes it. It's 82 here. Yeah, okay. Show off. I let them play to give you your coins. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I could use all my coins. I get right to the tip of where I might get some money and then it don't go any further. I was like, okay, I guess I have to wait another 2 months or so before I can make any money. So I was like, that's all right. It is what it is. Yeah, she stole the mask and the journal. I figured the mask, but I didn't know about the journal. Oh, well, hey, it is what it is. But I enjoy watching you get those figs off that one plant. Though, boy, that boy got huge. I didn't know. Mike? Did you ever think that fig tree would get that big? I know you put the right nutrients in it, but oh my goodness, that tree got huge. I got one fig, and that's on my Chicago Hardy this year. I didn't get any figs on the rest of them. But this fall, once I bring all my figs in the basement, I'm going to repot all of them. I think the size of the pots might be hindering them just a little bit. Just a little bit, but yeah. Uh, what Mike said? Oh, it's 51 here, raining dreary. Yeah, yeah, it was cold here today. It's still cold. That temperature dropped tremendously. And it got up to 80 degrees once it warmed up, and then it dropped all the way down to 57 last night. No, 54 last night. So the high today was only 59. Like I said, it was raining when I got up. So it's been cold and damp and dreary here. So I hope it warm up tomorrow, though. What did CC say? 91? Oh, my goodness. Well, I can understand, Cece. You said while you was up on the East Coast, you enjoyed those cool mornings and stuff in the '60s compared to being in Texas. Yeah, ooh, but you're back home now, Jack, and you shake and bake on the heat. Oh, yeah, I thought maybe 2 feet tall. This like 6 feet. Yeah. Oh, Riri, what's up? How my little doggy Riri? Yeah, my cat just got through talking about me. Hey, LGGJ, what's up? Backyard Garden, Flo, what's up? Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. I really do. I really do. It's nice to see you guys harvesting such nice, luscious gardens. My garden is really sparse this year, but I am getting some uh, produce. I'll be doing a new video soon. My window boxes that y'all saw me plant stuff in. I'm actually getting ready to harvest from my window boxes up here on the porch, and it's not a bad harvest either. There's some nice stuff on there, surprisingly to me. So that gives me hope for next year. But I'm gonna try to grow some okra up here on this porch. I don't care if it's in a 3-gallon bucket. I'm growing me some okra. Hey, Tag, the analytic gardener. Hey, and chat watching on the big screen. Whoa, do I look big? Oh, never mind. um, which you said 6-foot plant on a 3-foot rack. Wow. Wait a minute, I missed that. She had puppies. Who had puppies? Somebody had puppies. I missed that. Let me see if I can go back up and see it. I just caught the tail end of it. Oh, Riri said, she had puppies. Oh, I bet you they were adorable. Oh, wow. You're a grandmama now, huh? All right. I hit the wrong button in the shower. It blocked my answers. There we go. She had puppies. All right. Congratulations, Grandma. What what kind of peppers was that, Miss Shirley? It was crisp, sweet, and delicious. Oh, I can send you some more now. I mean, that thing is popping out them peppers like ain't nobody's business. Mike, they wasn't hot to you. Everybody that I've given that pepper to said it was so hot they couldn't eat the whole thing. They ate just a little bit at a time. I actually cut up some and throw them in. I made some 15 bean soup the other day, and I had some smoked turkey, and I cooked that smoked turkey till when I put the beans in there to cook down with them, it wasn't nothing but bones that fell. Well, I put it like this: the meat fell off the bones. That's how tender it was, and it was so good. I got to look on the tag, Mike. It's still in the pot. When I do, I'll text you the name of it because it's the first time I've ever grown that one. I normally grow habaneros and jalapenos and stuff, but I never grow it. Tigsy, what's up, baby? How are you? Okay, and Lady Gardner. I appreciate you popping in. Make sure you hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. I made nachos, stew, and quick pickles. Oh wow, you got a lot of them pepper. Well, them weren't no small pepper. Um, yeah. So I don't know what they are. I got a handful of them that we harvested when I did my video with Nicole the other day. So as fast as I cut them, and there's a lot of green ones on them. They might be red already over there with that rain and stuff pumped it up. Yeah. So yeah, I cut up some of those peppers and put them inside of that. Then I remembered I had some okra in the refrigerator, and I'm gonna add the okra to them beans. I almost ate that pot of beans by myself. They so good. I am well. Hope you're feeling well too. I'm sitting here with my leg propped up as usual. This weather didn't help any. I got a little bit of me and Arthur and Bruce going study, arthritis and brucitis. So with the rain and cold, it's let me know. And I'm feeling heat coming off my knee, which means it's inflammation. So I'll be throwing an ice pack on after the live this evening and chilling out. I almost missed this live. I had took a nap. Excuse me. Like I said, I had went to the dentist's office, and me and my girlfriend stopped to get something to eat at a new Mexican restaurant in the neighborhood. And I had a mojito, and she had I had a mango mojito, and she had a mango margarita. Well, between the food and the drink, by the time I got home, nap time. I think I saw my brother Bammy. Hey, after Chopper holler, habaneros, no problem. Ask me how I know. Did today. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, my brother Bammy. California, bro. Jay, man, let me tell you. My neighbor and I take turns bringing mail in. And yesterday, I didn't go out. I just couldn't do the stairs. And so he brought the mail up and put it in the hallway. So I said, let me go out here and check to see what my mail looked like. And I opened it up and I seen a box sitting on the shelf. And I was like, a box? I was like, I ain't ordered nothing. And then I pulled the box out and I saw Jay on there. I was like, oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. I was like, I said, I'm going to be prepared just in case. I went and got my cutting board, my knife. And when I opened it up and unrolled that bubble wrap, I was like, oh, and I knew what it was. Oh, man. I enjoyed that so much. I had someone say, you gonna share that with me? And I'm like, no, they didn't send it to you. It was addressed to me. I tore that dragon fruit up. I ate the whole thing. And you didn't tell me that juice from that dragon fruit is like dye. It had my teeth all red, I had red all over my fingertips. Yeah, that juice is like a lipstick stain. I was like, that's all right though. It was delicious. I enjoyed every ounce of it. Thank you so much, Jay. You really made my day. I just had to make that video. I just had to do it from the beginning to the end. That was the bomb. It was the bomb. Everybody saying hello to everybody. Yeah. You knew I was gonna enjoy that because I've been commenting on your videos about your about your dragon fruit. Oh, but that was a more than a pleasant surprise. And it was a delicious pressed surprise. So thank you so much, Jay. You did make my day. You really did. G Mama grows hard in the garden. What's up, girl? How are you? I like seeing G Mama. You made me order one of those little spray pumps where you could drop the hose in a bucket and spray. And I'm finding that helps out a lot because sometimes I have 5-gallon buckets of water, rainwater, and instead of me dipping in there and trying to water everything, I could just drop that pump in one of my rain buckets and just water my garden from there. You done started something. Thank you for showing us that though. That was really cool. I only had the store one tasteless. Oh no, that one was good. And you see, I was slurping it. It was so juicy. I was trying to keep from the juice running down my face. I didn't want to look like one of the kids, like Miss Piggy or something. My apologies. I can't speak speak individually tonight. I'm multitask. That's all right. You showed up in my chat, so I'm happy with that. The rest of them, wait they turn. But we understand, sometimes when your hands is busy, because sometimes I'll be watching you guys' lives and I might be washing dishes. I'm the chief cook, bottle washer, whatever, cleaner. So sometimes I'll just have you propped up over the sink and trying to just get stuff done. And I might be trying to cook dinner for myself at the same time. Uh, yeah. Jason, yeah, I did. Yeah, so that was awesome, Jay. And that's what I like about this guard community. Um, you guys got big hearts, you know. All we got to do is say what we need, or how do you say, hint a little bit about little certain things. You try to be a little subtle about it. You don't want to seem like you begging. And I just enjoy the love you guys show, regardless, whether it's seeds, live plants, surprises and what have you. And for the month of August, the one subscriber I picked for a surprise gift is none other than David Corey DeCropper. So, David, you'll be getting a little surprise in your mail probably by next week. Yeah. And he was the guest pick for the month of August. So on when I have goals and they ask you what it is about your goals, is to send love out to all my subscribers at one point or another. Find something nice and send it to you guys. As and I know it's not necessary where I need to send people stuff, but I just like to. I like to see people happy and enjoy themselves. And everybody likes a little something something from somebody they care for. Um, Helping with watering is a bonus in the garden. Might as well use the electronics they offer. And yeah, and I'm glad you let us know that's out there. Didn't know that was possible. So I was cool with that. Bama said I'd be begging. I was trying to be nice about how to say that. Okay. So stop. Yeah, so stop, damn it. So I was, how do you said, being a little, I don't know. I didn't want to say it though. um, hey, Cheryl Norris, thank you for stopping in. Um, the subject tonight. The subject tonight is how do you care for your hands and feet after being in the garden? Some days we're out in the garden for hours on end. The majority of us wear garden boots or some kind of footwear because of possibility of having snakes and other critters according on where you live at. I like wearing the boots because they keep me dry. Um, and I just like that my feet are totally covered from weed seeds and ants and any other, because sometimes I hit an ant hill here and there and I get a chance to get them off of me before they run up my leg or go inside my boot. How I care for my feet. Epsom salt foot bath, but I keep my hands rough to handle those pesky weeds. Well, a lot of people like to wear gloves and some don't. Like I wear gloves a lot, but I don't wear them all the time, especially when I'm pulling weeds, because sometimes you can feel when you have the whole root of the plant when you're pulling weeds, whereas when you have gloves, you don't have that same sensation. So, according on what task I'm doing depends on whether I wear gloves or not. And then sometimes I don't have gloves on. I end up scratching my hands up or whatever. Excuse me, and what I'm doing. Um, my feet, I like soaking them. I got a foot bath that has some real good foot soap to put in there. And oh boy, they feel so good to my toes, especially when I wiggle 'em. Diplomatic. No, I be big. And you reiterated that again. Okay, baby. All right. Riri said, I periodically go get a manicure and a pedicure, and then I give you a massage outside of that, a hot foot soak. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Mike said, I got lotion from Swanson, has witch hazel, etc. Okay. I understood what you meant. Right here, I have a little table that I have 3 drawers in, and I have like my big thing of cocoa butter here. And for my feet, I use a diabetic foot lotion because it's good for dry feet and it keeps my feet soft and supple. I'm not a diabetic. I don't have that problem, but I done found out this lotion has a lot of properties in it that's really good for my skin, especially when it comes to the absorption rate. Like a lot of lotions you can buy and put it on you and it'll just sit. And I found out years ago that once you put on, whether it's a hair oil or a body lotion, if you put it on your skin and it doesn't melt right away, it's not necessarily good for you. It should start to melt or get soft. That way that you know that your skin will absorb it. Have you ever bought a lotion and you put it on and you rub and rub and rub forever trying to get it to be absorbed by your skin? Well, it's not really made for your skin, but the rubbing action helps pushes it into the pores. So certain lotions and stuff are good for you and others aren't. You do get them smooth hands, Mike, for your hand mouth. Because all you see is Mike hands and you never see them dry and crack. Yeah. Oh, I mean, too. I was begging for some of your apple pie. Yep, because friend made the apple pie. Yeah, Riri, the apple pie was looking scrumptious. I was like, dang, I got some vanilla ice cream in my freezer. Go real slick with that. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Mike is the hand, the hand model, because that's all you see. And you never seen his hands ashy. They always seem his skin seem always smooth and hydrated. So yeah, Mike, you walked into that one. Yeah. So some of us soak our feet. Some of us have a mate or a significant other that don't mind massaging your feet when they're hot and tired. And sometimes your hands, get neglected because I'm sort of like Nikki. I'm OCD about my hands being dirty, and I have long natural nails, and I will sit here all day and make sure I clean out from under my nail. I got all kinds of nail files and brushes here. I can't stand dirty nails, so yeah, I'm OCD when it comes to my hands because that's the first thing most people see is your hands and your face. So I want everything in order, so to speak. Pretty girl, good evening. Thank you for stopping in. So yeah, so some people I've seen out in the garden wear flip flops. Some I've seen wear Crocs. Some I've seen wear tennis shoes. But for the majority of us, I've seen you guys have boots on. So it has become almost like a farmer walking out in a field where the cows is at, knowing that there was going to be good gobs of manure, so to speak, what they call them cow patties, and you can't bring them back in the house. Cheryl Marie, did I say hi to you, sweetheart? If I miss you, I want to say it again. If I said it earlier, I'm glad to see you in here. So yeah, so other than Epsom salt, what else could you possibly use? Have you ever tried Dr. Schul's foot soak? Oh my goodness. It will have your feet feeling so soft and silky. It will loosen up any dry skin or scales or whatever you might have on your feet, and your feet will feel so good. You will sleep so good. Did you know that when people massage your feet, they can hit certain pressure points in your foot that leads to your liver, to your heart, to your lungs, to your brain. That's why a foot massage can feel so good because people are hitting certain pressure points and relieving stress. My mom used to have a hard time sleeping at night. So I went over there and gave my mom a real good foot massage, soaked her feet, trimmed her nails, everything. And when she went to bed, she slept like a baby because I kind of de stressed her from all the things she was feeling and going through. And she said, "What did you do with that foot massage?" I said, "Mom, you were sitting right there. All I did was soak your feet and massage, and that's it. And put that lotion in and rubbed it in real good." I used warm Vaseline so her feet wouldn't be um, dry, and it was nice. She'll say I mostly wear footies. Oh, okay, I did say hi. Okay, footies. I know you add more than footies, don't you? And some people go out in their gardens barefoot. It's according on where you live and what your yard look like. If you don't have a lot of stones to mulch and what have you, if you have grass surrounding your garden, what have you, a lot of people do walk outside in their natural feet. So that's a possibility. Uh, uh, my Renaissance grandma so is great for your whole body. Yeah. And my friend had a little problem with dryness and eczema. He said using my Renaissance grandma soap, he hasn't had any problems at all. He said he quit using all them other soaps and using mine. So now I got to get some more. Yeah. Bama said, but they charge too much for it now. What they charge too much for, Bama? I missed that. Hey, Soul Diva, how are you? Glad to see you. Happy Baby Friday. The day Thursday. Did I miss something? You trying to rush the week out so deep. I like to ground in my garden. Yes, you see, I do too. Yeah, I have taken my shoes off and walked through there. I got I still got a little grass on the outside of the garden since Nicole been helping me lay so much landscaper cloth. Have you ever done a foot detox? No, no, probably need to do that. Hey, Harvey, girl, you must have heard me thinking about you, Ursula. Um, just say how working in the garden until yeah, yeah. I figured you might have been out on assignment. That's why we hadn't seen you in a minute. So I'm so glad you're back and working in your garden. So I mean, we got some new videos coming from you. I'll be waiting to see them. I'll call Thursday, baby Friday. Oh, okay. All right. Just before that weekend hit. Ah, Rob in the garden, what's up? What's that? Oh, Friday for me. Oh, yeah. So, um, yeah, everybody have a different way of what they call it, personal hygiene, hands, feet, or whatever. And they get the most work because if you're standing on your feet all day or working out in the garden, yeah, that's a lot of wear and tear. Your feet get hot. Yeah. And you try to keep up with decent shoes so you don't have problems with corns and calluses. And the same way with hands. You know, you can get calluses across here real quick, and I have done that. And my hands was dry right now because I washed them so much today. Anytime I get anything look on my hand, I'm like this here. And my granddaughter's the same way. She get one little thing on her hand. I say, "What's wrong with you?" She'd be like, "Ew, wash hands, Granny, wash hands." I was like, "Okay, let's go wash the baby's hands." So she's the same way I am about hands, putting on lotion and what have you. While I'm sitting here, Dr. Scholl's. Hey, bro. Yeah, Dr. Scholl's is really good though for your foot soap. It is really nice, and it actually is good for if you put it in your bathtub for your legs and stuff, soaking all of that. Yeah, I'm putting some lotion on now. Miss J.K. Gardner, what's up, girlie? Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you. Put it on there. Yeah, if you put lotion on your hands and it starts to disappear as soon as you put it on your hands, it's compatible with not only your body temperature, but your skin as well. If your hands feel a little softer after you put the lotion on, yeah, you got some decent stuff. It took me a lot of jars of lotion, and I've given away some of it just because I was piling up in there. Because I will test the lotion just to see. You know, I had to say you read the ingredients, and sometimes the ingredients aren't what they always say. And you try to get in between your fingers. Yeah. And make sure you get it all off the palms of your hand because that's where it seems to stick at. Your hands look better, they feel better. Yeah. And it's good. Yeah, we had this one, our charge nurse when I was working at the hospital. Her name was Eileen. That woman had the softest hands in the world. I'm talking about newborn baby soft. And her hands was like that all the time. I was like, I said, your husband married you for your hands, didn't he? Because I mean, I've never met or touched anybody whose hands was that soft. Yeah. So, Cheryl says salt, vinegar, soap is very good for dry skin and foot tub. Okay. My feet always, they pretty nice though. The skin on my feet, I don't have that problem. Every now and then I might have to rough up the heel a little bit, but for the most part, my feet has been pretty nice. I was like, I've never had a professional out um hmm, pedicure, but I can give pedicures. I am a licensed cosmetologist, and I have given pedicures and manicures. So I have all the equipment to do my own, and I have done it. So I was like, why am I going there to pay that amount of money to have my feet done when I can do them myself? And I have my excuse my own polishes and all the other stuff. And then some people say just to go to relax and enjoy. And I was like, I'm kind of particular about who playing with my feet. And some people don't care. And then I hear the horror stories about how the foreigners talk about people behind their backs. Excuse me, about people's feet. And so that kind of deter me from going elsewhere as well. Drink some water. Uh, I got Fred Flintstone. I got big feet. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a short woman, so I got to have feet to balance the top from the bottom. They not ugly, but they big, and I rather prefer to do my feet myself. Now, if somebody want to treat me to a pedicure, I'll go. Same way with my hands. I do my own nails. I do my own hair. Right now, I'm ready to shave all my hair off and go bald, just because between hot flashes, I don't need hair. I don't like hair around my ears and my neck when I having a hot flash because it just. Anyway, we didn't got off the subject, but about your feet and your hands, how you take care of them. Like when I wash dishes, I have rubber gloves. When I'm scrubbing or cleaning the house, I wear rubber gloves. Yeah, it helps out. You said I'm ticklish, so I can have everybody playing with my feet. They might get chin checked. That's a good one. Nikki, what's up? The everyday life of an OC-ish, D-ish chick. Thank you for stopping in. Rob, what is you with the hand smiling, face smiling? Most of everybody hand pinky. All right. I see you. Everybody saying hello to Nikki. So yeah, it's an art to having a hand massage. Like I start from the elbow, go all the way down to the wrist, and do each finger one by one, pulling them. Yeah, put the hand back, whole massage. It's a thing. And believe it or not, y'all, I had more men customers than I had female customers when I was working in the beauty shop. I got one guy to come in. He was a neighbor. He was in construction, and he had the biggest, heaviest hands, but his nails always looked ragged. And I used to do his hands, and I didn't put clear nail polish. I used the buffer to get the natural shine to him. And then he started telling his buddies about me, and they started coming in. And I rather have men massages than women uh, manicures any day, and they better tippers too. So yeah, I know what it is to have a nice, good hand massage. I know how it is to have a good foot massage. I can give myself a good foot massage. You just have to know how to work it. You do your toes like you do your fingers and your ankles and your wrists up to your knee. Get that blood circulating. I have all the right tools, keep my nails trim and buff them out, keep my cuticles all tight. So it's an art to it and it's time consuming, but it's well worth it. Once you finish, your feet feel good, they look good, and you enjoyed it. Rob said, you said you had big feet so you can balance your height. That is so funny. Yeah, what do I look like being tall and I'm wearing a size 6 shoe? No, that, no, that's not going to work even for a woman. I'm like, no. Think about it, Rob. It's called physics, the balance. I didn't say I had clown feet looking like I'm getting out one of them little clown cars, with them shoes this big, but I'm just saying, for a woman my height, yeah, I got big feet. So, yeah. So you can laugh all you want, ha ha ha. I don't care. Uh, Nikki said I like to do full body sugar body scrubs. Yeah. I have a girlfriend of mine. She does those. She makes those up, and I get them. And my granddaughter, she gives me the sugar scrubs, and also those balls too. That the round balls. Pause, y'all. They're bath balls that you can put in your tub, and they dissolve. Those are nice too. Yeah. Not all of them. Some people put too much stuff in, but the ones that my friend makes, she makes they're nice. They're soft. I think her kids got sensitive skins too. That's why she ended up doing it because all the bubble baths and stuff that she used to buy previously for her kids was breaking them out. So she started making her own soaps and stuff, and she sells them now too. So they're nice and they feel good too. I'm seeing, okay, all right. I cannot get your last name right, Frugal Mama. Life would, mm, Tish, ah, Takara. I'll get it one day. But hello, thank you for stopping in. Wellness and Frugal Mama. Uh, I think a lot of us is having um 5'9". So diva. Um, I'm so sorry for the delay. Oh, okay. She's saying hello to everybody. That message was for somebody else. Yeah, and I have problems with that. It's okay, Miss Shirley. Thank you. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to mess you up. But the last couple of days when it been raining and cold, I've been sleeping and missing you anymore. I've been waking up at 8 o'clock. I had been waking up at 6:30. That's how I was able to see you before. But I was like, Mike, that didn't help me any at all. Why is it I think? Okay. Ted Drum girl, I was looking at you in my answers on one of my videos. Now it's like, where have you been? How are you? I'm okay. I'm taking one day at a time. Yeah, but I hadn't seen you. I'm so glad to see you. It took me a while to get it myself. Oh yeah. We are in the same boat, Miss Shirley. I'm 5'9". Also, I got a lot of talk. I'm just supposed to be tall real estate on my feet. Yeah. Yeah, like I told him, I said, if you cut me off at the waist, I'm probably this tall because I'm all legs. This is my knee. All legs. None but legs. They tell you when I got this knee replacement, this metal in your knee, it feel like it weighs a ton sometimes. Oh my goodness. Dragging this around, it ain't worth it. Yeah, so sister real estate from here. Oh, Tampa Creek, what's up? Tampa, I was listening to y'all the other night. Y'all know y'all just been too silly lately. Oh, glad to see you. You stopped by. I understand. Lately, Tampa, I've been going to bed early. Sometimes right after this live, I'll go in there and take a quick shower, put some PJs on, crawl in my bed, and go to sleep. The change in the seasons for me sometimes seems to slow me down just a little bit. But then I wake up at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning and can't sleep. And that's when I sit up and watch everybody's videos. I catch up on everybody's videos because I've been gone like 5 or 6 hours today, going to doctor's appointment, hanging with my girlfriend while she go to her doctor's appointments, go do a little shopping and get back home. So I know how to miss people's videos and stuff and lives. And I'll just wait till when I wake up early in the morning. I was watching Led for a minute today and just sit in and watch people's videos back to back to back. Thank you. Moving and grooving. Miss being here. Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, I just wanted to let you know you have been missed. Um, yeah, just trying to put a smile on everybody's faces. I understand, Tampa. We all out here trying to encourage one another. I mean, it's rough times for everybody. Like I've been praying for the folks over, what's it, in Afghanistan, where they had an earthquake. They've been having earthquakes left and right. Even the Bible predict earthquakes in one place once after the other. And it ain't no joke. I mean, they not having no lightweight earthquakes. They had an earthquake here in the United States. Where was it? Tennessee or somewhere close. And I was like, wow, earthquakes is not getting picky about where they happen at. So yeah, it's rough everywhere. I might need old man nap after the live. Yeah, rain and cold makes me and that's why I've been sleeping. Like I said, it was raining at 5 and 6 o'clock this morning. I heard it, and because I had my windows open, I could hear the rain softly, and I just, rolled over, went back to sleep. I was like, I'm retired. I ain't got nowhere to go. I ain't hit nobody's time clock, so there's no reason for me to pop up. And I roll over, going back to sleep. Yeah. You and Jigs don't sleep. Yeah. Well, Mike will tell you when he going to sleep. Mike tell you I be up all night up working, and he tell you, all right, y'all, I can see him in alive in a minute. He'll say, y'all, I need some rest. I'll talk to y'all later. Mike will go to sleep. He will tell you, good night. I need to get some Z's or something. I don't know about Jigs, but I know about Mike. I don't see too much of Jigs talking about taking a nap, but I know I've heard Mike personally say that he was taking a nap. So yeah. So ain't nothing wrong with a nap. I got my great granddaughter. She's trained to take a nap. She knows when she takes a nap from 12 to 1 if she don't go to daycare. If I'm watching her and she home with me, she get that lunch and that early lunch, and she'll start yarning, and she'll crawl up in my arms, and I take her upstairs to her room, read her a story, and put her in her crib, put a blanket over her. She got satin sheets. Let me tell you, my granddaughter got this baby spoiled to the hill. She got satin sheets, satin pillowcase over pillow, satin blankets and stuff. She got all kinds of stuff. I lay her in her crib, put that blanket over her, and she out. And she will sleep until 3. And then you have to wake her up. Yeah, but a good nap, I ain't mad at you. Mm-hmm. Might say, I normally don't sleep much. That's all right, but when you sleep, you sleep. Hey, Cassandra South Fulton. Yeah, thank you for swinging through. I ain't mad at you. I sleep usually 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Yeah. Okay. Work 3 to 11. All right. I remember working from being at work. We punch in at 7 o'clock, go on the floor at 7:30. Don't hit off that floor until 7:30 the next day. Ooh, the 12-hour shifts wasn't no joke, and I don't miss them. And that's when my feet would be hot and tired. And even after being up all night, I would come home to the garden and I would walk through the garden because it helped me decompress after a long night, especially if we had a busy night with colds and what have you. You need to get your adrenaline back down, and walking through the garden was my way of doing it. I still be in my uniform, and I would be deadheading, pulling weeds. Yeah. And I come up here on my porch. Can't nobody see me upstairs. And I've laid out here. I got a L-shaped sectional out on the porch. And I've laid out there and gone to sleep just to relax. I just woke up from my daily nap. Yeah, sure. I almost missed a live tonight. I was talking to Dolores. Dolores said she'd have woke me up because I was knocked out. Yeah. Is that Skilly? Yes, it is. Technical. Okay. Thank you for stopping in this evening. I appreciate it. I know you roll through here when you can, Skilly. Thank you so much. But my question tonight was to everybody is, how do you care for your hands and feet after being in the garden? Like sometimes when you come in from the garden, all you want to do is take your shoes and your socks off and just kind of wiggle your toes and stretch out for a minute. And normally it's a habit for us to wash our hands once we come in the house. Even if you don't put lotion on them, you still will wash them. And sometimes if you got a good soap in there, it doesn't totally dry your skin out. So sometimes you can bypass, putting lotion on them, not unless you got a bottle of lotion right next to your bottle of soap. Yeah. So taking care of your hands and feet is a must. Because we do a lot more with our hands and feet, whether we're working in our gardens or not, whether we're walking through the grocery store or out shopping or even going through a garden nursery. You're on your feet. Your feet takes a beating and in the course of a day. Unless you're sitting at home with your feet propped up all day, your feet's gonna take a beating. Um, like I'm on the second floor of a two family. So going up and down those basement stairs, like right now, I got a load of clothes in the washer and a load in the dryer. I didn't feel like going down them steps and getting either or. I'll do it tomorrow. Those clothes, they're clean, they're not going anywhere. So, yeah, my feet didn't feel like it. My legs didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like it. So, yeah, I'm good. But I see a lot of you guys, like I said, in your videos, I see you in boots. Some of you had the boots tops rolled down, and some of them, most of the men though, I pretty much see their boots coming up to the knees. Yeah, like broke. Hey, there you go, my internet son. Like broke Farmer and David. I see y'all out there with your boots on, working out in the yard. Hey, broke. How do you take care of your feet after being out in the garden for hours on end? Oh, he said, oh, he driving and listening. All right. I'll catch you on another time on that one. Yeah, be careful. Keep your eyes on the road. Yeah, be safe. So yeah, so everybody has their own way of taking care of themselves when they work out in the yard. Some people, like I said, soak their feet in a particular soap. Some people use vinegar. Some people use Epsom salt. Some people use baking powder. See, some people use just plain old dishwater liquid, like Dove or Dawn or whatever, and just soak your feet so that it will soften up whether you got dry calluses on your feet or corns, or if you got heels that crack and dry, you just want to soften them up to clean them up, scrape off the old dead skin or whatever, and then afterwards dry your feet real good and rub them down. Use a good lotion. Some people use good old Vaseline. For my granddaughter, she's 18 months. That's my time too. um, I used to do that. I used to sleep when the kids sleep, but then I catch up on all my shows. I'm not watching Miss Rachel and Elmo. She in the Elmo now. She was Miss Rachel when she was little. Now she in the Elmo. So no, my great grandbaby sleep. My granddaughter, she got all the cable shows, the internet, Netflix, and all of that shit. I be trying to binge watch some of my old shows. When the baby sleep, Nana ain't sleep. Nana done got a beer. I'm up in my guest room on my bed with the remote. until the baby wake up. Oh, just sifted. Hey. Yeah. So yeah, I try to keep my hands pretty soft because I do give facials. Oh my goodness. My granddaughter, when she was in junior high and high school, she used to come spend every weekend with me. After she left, she used to live with me, but later on, she was living, come and visit. First thing she do, I do her eyebrows, and I use a razor, straight razor. At that time, shape up her eyebrows, give her a facial, do the little mustache or whatever. But your hands need to be soft. And when I used to do hair, and I was massage and stuff, I used to put my customers to sleep all the time. They say you got such a soft, gentle touch. I walked away from the shampoo bowl and it's like, you going to get your customer too? And they fell asleep in the shampoo bowl. So I had to wake them up and bring them in. So my hands, yeah, I like that. Keeping them soft was a thing for me. Yeah. Yeah. When you got them grandbabies and this is my great grandbaby. My first great grand, she just turned 2. And she's like, she know how to say Nana now. And Nana, she said, I said, I love, and she go, you. And I'm not worth 2 dead flies in a mosquito when she does that. So yeah. But yeah, when it's nap time, shoot, Nana watching Netflix. Oh, and I'm teaching her about her hands. Every time we go in the bathroom, I have her stand up on the stool and wash her hands. And I put a little dab of lotion on her hands. I put her hands together and I rub them. So I'm trying to get her in the habit of taking care of her hands and skin now, where it becomes a habit. So when she comes to my house, she go in the bathroom and she'd be like this. She'd be ready to wash her hands. So it's a thing that we should take care of ourselves. We should have pride in our hygiene and taking care of ourselves. Um, Hands do so much. I mean, they prepare your food. They might shake somebody's hand as a welcome. They might cuff somebody's face. They might wrap around somebody to give them a hug, pat on the back, pat on the head. For the married couples, pat on the butt. It's a lot of things you do with your hands. So it's so vital that you take care of and care for your hands, whether you're pushing back the cuticles while your nails is wet, keep from having overlapping on that half moon or luna at the base of your nail, and it also helps cut down on at hangnails. Okay. Um, and it's just something to be soft. It's tough. Have you ever grabbed, well, not grab, but have you ever had someone that touch you that had rough hands? And it might not be their fault. It might be their job, the occupation that they have where their hands is tough and rough. And it's like, woo, like sandpaper. Don't touch my face or hold my hand. They rough. You don't mean any harm, but rough hands can be a hot mess. But there's so many ways to take care of yourself. Okay, everybody saying hello to one another, laughing about this, that, and the third. Excuse me. I don't know what's wrong with my throat. So, in taking care of your hands, what kind of lotions do you use? Everybody use something different. I like lotions that has cocoa butter in them, and that lotion I have there has cocoa butter, and you can smell the cocoa butter on my hands. Some people like lotions that has aloe vera in it. Some people don't use regular lotions. They like Vaseline, petroleum jelly. They like that because of their skin type. Some people are using tallow. I remember back in the day, shoot, as kids, it was Crisco and Vaseline. All right, Crisco on your feet and hands and stuff in the wintertime. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what's wrong with my throat. You never worried about having dry skin or the cold nipping at your nose because they throw that Vaseline and stuff on your face. Woo! My grandma, she would go as far as chicken grease. And I'd be like, Grandma, I'm not walking around the school all day smelling like chicken. I'd be like, no. Or rubbing you down with castor oil, or what was that other one? It was castor oil. Man, mineral oil. I didn't mind the mineral oil. But yeah, whatever oils they had back around and back in the day, they was rubbing you down with it. Shea butter. Yeah, when I go to New York, I always go to Brooklyn. And in Brooklyn, we would go to the African stores and we would get the big chunks of cocoa butter. Excuse me, the real stuff, not that processed stuff you get at the stores. And I still got I got a chunk about this big left that I still use. Yeah. Mike, you ain't right. Yeah, I ain't smelling like no chicken. Yeah, chicken, anything that come off of meat, that was grease. It was oil and it worked. It did the job. You just didn't want to smell like pork chops and chicken and stuff going to school and somebody sitting next to you and it's like, they don't ask you if you've been eating chicken. They say you smell like chicken and you trying to sit there, like y'all don't understand. Back in the day, 50s and the 60s, late 40s, them old folks used whatever was available, but it was all natural and it did the job. You never had dry skin. Might not always smell like a rose, but you was taken care of. I tell you that much. Yeah, smelling like two pieces of biscuit. Shut up, Mike. Oh, you ain't right, Mike. You just had to come up with that, huh? Oh, yeah, true. It worked. Yeah, it worked. I mean, if you eating chicken, it's greasy as heck that people cook it in. So it was plenty of chicken grease left over, and you got grease from pork. Anything that you fried, it was grease, okay. And back in that day, they didn't have all this liquid stuff that you pour in your fried pans. You had Crisco, the white kind. I mean, you could put Crisco in your hair to slick it down. You could put it on your skin, so that you was all oiled up. Crisco went a long way back in the day. Okay, it was more than just frying. You could bake with it and all that other good stuff too. Hey, Odo, what do you say? Hello, Miss Shirley. Mama used to use Vaseline and baby oil. Used to have me walking around like a my cousin. We used to tell her she dark skinned, and when she got oiled up, we told her she looked like a new penny. Oh, and then grandma would snatch you and say, "You next," and she rubbed us down. Oh yeah. Hey, Kenneth Wilkinson. Hey, Lynette Lawrence. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you for stopping in, Odom. Yeah, so back in the day, okay, these kids don't know how they survived, uh, how they got away from being oiled up and greased up. Okay, like somebody trying to grab you, you slide out their hands because you was all greased up or something. Oh, oh, definitely used Crisco on hair before. Yeah, yeah, Crisco was the stuff now. Crisco was good. It's all natural. I mean, like the man said, don't knock it if you ain't tried it. All right, it worked. Who was that? Alfalfa on the Little Rascals used to comb his hair with Crisco and had that one little thing sticking up in the back, that cow lick in the back. It was slicked down. And Crisco, it was the stuff. As long as didn't nobody get close to you with a match, you was all right. You was okay. But people don't understand that Everybody's trying to get back to the days that we grew up with. Well, some of us anyway. Some of y'all didn't come till later. For us old timers and stuff, we know what it's like to come up with those old remedies and what have you, and they worked. I don't care what people thought about them or how they feel about them nowadays, but back then they worked. And it didn't kill us. And a lot of us still have nice skin. But we know a go to. If times ever get tough and rough, we know how to survive. We know what we can go back to and what works, compared to these kids now. They don't like, they wouldn't use castor oil, they wouldn't use mineral oil. They're not going to use um what what else did we have? The Crisco, the chicken grease, whatever kind of grease that was available at the time. So they wouldn't do that. They'd be like, "Ew, nasty! I ain't gonna do that." This, that, and the third. So, and you could put it on your arms. You never had ashy elbows and ashy knees and ashy feet and ashy face. Yeah, they don't understand all of that. They thought we were barbaric and caveman like, you know, because we were using these things, but they don't understand. We grew up with this stuff and it worked just fine. And if push come to shove, we know how to go back to these days and times and still survive. And they will be right along with us because they find out that it works. It works. Um, so yeah, so even now to this day, you can still use that same stuff on your hands and feet. If you don't have a lotion that you like, you can make your own. You can be like my Renaissance grandma. They got oils and salves and stuff that they sell that's all natural that you can buy and purchase, or they can show you or teach you how to make these oils and soaps for yourselves and and still get the same results, because a lot of the stuff they got out here now, it's got so many chemicals and preservatives and additives in it. That's why a lot of people are breaking out and they end up at the dermatologist, and the first thing they ask you is, what kind of soap do you use, or what kind of laundry detergent do you use? Start reading the ingredients on these bottles before you get into all of this stuff. The irritation, like certain dryer sheets, I had to stop using because they were breaking me out. And I was like, okay, so I just quit using dryer sheets, because I found out I was allergic to them and it was breaking me out. When I stopped using them, boom, everything cleared up. It was irritating and agitating my skin. So just because, they got it wrapped up in a pretty bottle or container doesn't mean that it's all that it seems to be. Yeah. So you got to be careful with that. Everybody saying hello. What about my hat? Like my hat? This hat came from my dear friend that I lost to breast cancer 2 years ago. And her sisters knew how much we all like to style and profile in our hats. And they brought over two huge bags of hats and just gave them to me. We got about the same size head. I known this young lady, Phyllis, since I was 10 years old. That's how long we've been friends. We was friends all the way up until the day she passed. So never had an argument. Never had an argument. So this is one of her hats, and I love them. But thanks. Yeah. Thank you, Kenneth. I appreciate that. Yeah. She had a lot of sharp hats. I got some nice ones. I got some really nice ones. And again, she had a lot of hats that still had the price tags on them. I had two friends. One I lost to COVID, and then uh, Robbie, and then Phyllis. And we were all hat ladies. And their relatives gave me hat. I got her daughter called me for Robbie and said, "Come get your hats." And I went over there, and she had a bunch of hats too that she bought, never got a chance to wear. And I grabbed those first and a couple of older ones that I really like. So I got some. I got so many hats, it's ridiculous. I got totes full of hats that I've never worn yet. So I'll get to them. I love hats. I got a little bitty, my husband used to call it an apple head. I'd go to the kitties department to get a hat if I really wanted it to fit right. But my head, it wasn't my head that swelled up, my hair got bigger. So kind of filled up some of the space. Miss J.K. Gardner says, I like shea butter in my body cream, but I have, I know that and I can't think of it. What's that? I know the word. Or Linda lotion lasts longer. I know that word. What's that? Oh man, it'll come to me. Crooked Peach. Hey, Crooked Peach. Crooked Peach. That girl get it. Get down. 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 Crooked Peach. Crooked Peach. Crooked Peach. My boogie girl. Oh, I make tallow moisturizer for my skin. And who's that? Asia from Yellow Door. She makes it too. Well, you're wearing it in style. She is smiling. Yeah. Thank you. Ah, Nikki, I couldn't tell with all that hair you got on your head. What is your braids down? Down to your butt now? I'm thinking about getting mine twisted. I don't know. My head is tiny. I wear a child size small hair. I can't tell with all that hair. How come you don't pull your hair back in a ponytail when you out working in the yard, Cricket Peach? You be moving it out your face. I was like, yeah, put it in a ponytail in the back when you working out in the yard. You said, get it, Miss Shirley. Yeah, I got a little tiny hair. But my hair is growing and I'm like, I want to get it twisted up. It's just that I can't sit that long. Y'all want me to sit on hours on end trying to do it. I want the sister locks. I don't want those big thick. My hair is thin, so I want the sister locks. And I know that takes a lot of time and a lot of sitting. I would have to have my hair done in stages. So right now I'm just wearing a fro until I make up my mind. When she said, "Oh, I just looked up at you. Look at you looking fine." Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. You can rock bald head, Miss Shirley. Got a nice head. I think I can too. You know what, Mike? I'm trying to pull the trigger on whether to get my hair twisted up or go bald head. I can't make up my mind because I have stood in the mirror and pulled all my hair straight back and just looked at what I look like without my hair. And I was like, it's not too bad. I got a small head. I think I can rock it. And then I was like, I don't know. My head get cold too easy. I got a million and one knit hats and stuff. I even got Felicia's hat sitting over there that she crocheted for me. I would throw on my head. I don't know. I can't make up my mind. Yeah, one of these days I'll show y'all the end results. Oh, Nikki said over the weekend I cut about 6 inches. Oh, okay. All righty. Yeah, you can grow some hair and it looks nice. When I first met Presbyterian, her locks weren't that long. It's been a couple of years now, and they have really grown. And I've seen a lot of people who started off with them just looking like little short knots all over their head, and they got shoulder length or whatever in locks. So I don't know. One of these days, yeah, 6 inches is a lot. Peach said I just trimmed my own hair, so I ain't got to go into the city. Okay. Hey, we know how to do it. We know how to get in the mirror. We know how to measure it off. We know how to take a pair of scissors, whether it's trimming or whatever. Yeah, I was a cosmetologist instructor for state board. I used to have people come to my house and send them through the questions and models, what have you. So I know a lot about self-care, and I do it when I can. Your hair looked nice last night. Oh, y'all, she talking about, okay. Yeah. It's nice when you can take time to do print, so to speak. Everybody should be entitled to print every now and then. It's just like a man going to the barber shop. He get his hair cut, he get his beard lined up, and he come in and he's smelling all good. They didn't throw it on that aftershave and spraying his hair. Like when my grandson, when my comes home from the barber shop, my granddaughter's husband, I was like, oh, look at us. I was like, oh, Evan, you look nice and you smell good. And he kind of blushed a little bit. He like, why, thank you. Oh, Mike said, in my late 20s to the 40s, my hair was to my rump. One day, got annoyed and shaved bald. Wow, my son had locks for a long time, and when I saw him, I didn't recognize him. He was living in Texas then, in Dallas. He got black from the sun, and he had locks. I didn't know who he was until he smiled. Then I recognized who he was. Oh, yeah, and then he cut them all off, and then I really didn't recognize him. Oh, I was like, I had gotten used to that. Now you didn't trick me. Uh oh, he jumped again. Let me see if I can go back up and see this. I would like a dude with no hair. Oh well, my dude don't have any hair. I like his bald head. Brush hair. I'm done primping. The first time my friend cut all his hair off, and I would take my hands and rub his head. He said, "Don't do that." He was sensitive. I was like, "Oh, okay. We just friends. We just friends." He said, "Yeah, don't do that." I find out there's a lot of men who you can't kiss them on their head, you can't touch their heads. They just too sensitive, and it's just like, whoo. I was like, I wasn't trying to start nothing. Yeah, it's funny. I didn't think that was possible. But yeah, they said the only person who can touch my hair, kiss my head is my wife. I was like, yeah, you got that right. Everybody saying hello to one another. So yeah, so when it comes to personal hygiene, finding the right lotion, you this is the only time that I really stand in the store and read all the ingredients. And when I say that, it's because I know this is something that will be instantly absorbed in my skin on contact. I'm gonna read the ingredients on food, but lotions and of any kind, as soon as they hit your skin, if they're compatible, they will be absorbed right away. And that also can go into your blood system, according on what kind of stuff is in the lotion that you use. That's why it's so important that you read the labels on the stuff, on some of the stuff, because it might be something in it that you might be allergic to. Um, some people don't can't allergic to lavender. Some people are allergic to eucalyptus. There's certain ingredients that can be in certain lotions that you might have allergic reaction to, or you might break out in hives or a rash or what have you. So you got to be, not everything is cocoa butter and that's it. It might have cocoa butter and water and dye number 92. You wonder why it's white, because you got this and all of this in there in between. So it behooves you to stop and read the labels on your lotions that you use. Most people feel that if they use like baby oil and Vaseline, that they're safe. Not all petroleum jellies are the same. Some actually have something more than just petroleum jelly in them. So you got to read the labels, because some of these off brands add other additives in it to stretch it. Petro- I don't know why I'm having so much problem with this word tonight. Petroleum jelly should say nothing but petroleum jelly, nothing else. That way that you know that you're getting the pure product in itself. Because I bought baby oil that had lavender in it. I didn't know you could do that, but they put it in there because they said it helps in part of the relaxation of putting the baby oil on and rubbing it in. I was like, oh, I'm just used to plain old Johnson and Johnson and called it a day. But they got so many brands and so many people that's trying to get into the markets on certain items till they have a lot of additives and preservatives in it. So that's that, you know, you should check all that kind of stuff up. Trying to keep up with the chat. I don't know how far behind I am. Oh, a lot further than I thought. Easy breezy show who has time and faces for primping. Yeah. Mike says my wife's allergic to cocoa and shea butter. See? Not everybody. Yeah, some of us have more sensitive skin than others. Oh, we have rain here, LGGG. It rained this morning about 5, 6, and it rained a nice soft rain. And then I had a a dental appointment today, and it rained like cats and dogs. By the time we came out, though, it had stopped. So yeah, and the temperature has dropped. It the high today for us in Cleveland, Ohio, in Cleveland. I don't know about other parts of Ohio. It was only 59 degrees. It was cold, wet, and dreary for a while. Mike says pouring here. Oh wow, it's pouring in Minnesota. Yeah. Miss Shirley, I don't tie my hair back because it keeps the mosquitoes away from my neck. Oh, okay. See, I learned something. And shoulders, I can't stand using bug spray. Okay. All right. Well, you know what you're doing. It's your hair. So, and now I know. Mike, I had thrown some cracked corn out in the yard, and there's a lot of trees. I mean, a proliferation of trees in my area, even in my backyard. And we have like ravens, we have crows because there's a park down there and they come over here. Blue jays and cardinals, they be out there fighting and squawking. We had the little sparrows and finches and whatever. And they get so loud sometimes out there. I quit putting out crack and bread and stuff because they was just fighting over it and it was just loud. Yeah, it's chilly. That's why I got a hat and a jacket on. I got my shirt, show me that you like me just a little bit, but it wasn't warm enough. So I had to put on a jacket and a hat on my head. I had the windows and doors open. I like fresh air. I'm just sorry. I'd rather put on hats and stuff and I'm comfortable. Riri said it's 80 here. It's good to know when the weather's coming from. What are you trying to say? I don't have no control over the weather. uh, I use it like a horse here. Oh yeah, swatting. Yeah. You want a pet crow? I don't know what's see in my excuse my voice changed up too with the weather. Excuse me, y'all. Okay. Mike says I got a huge pheasant that visits me now. Wow. Yes, all these birds crazy loud. A pheasant? Where you get a pheasant from? I know that's cool, but where did it come from? Tag said, I'm crying, Miss Shirley. You said you can't touch some men's heads and woohoo in the video. Cut to commercial and Harvard, like Frey said, woohoo, woo. Yeah, bald men are sensitive. Yeah, they, don't touch their heads unless you're married to them. Yeah. LGG says New York City mosquitoes will bite you in the face and fly in your eye. I really dislike those bugs. I would too. Oh, the flies are like that here. The flies, I don't know what kind of flies we got. I pulled the screen door shut. Miss Annie know how to open up the screen door now. I could be sitting here and it won't be a fly in the house. Then all of a sudden I hear flies buzzing around. I said, why I got flies in the house? There was no flies in the house when I laid down. She didn't open up the door and let the flies in. Should we eat each other's weather vane? Oh, okay. From what direction the storms and rains is coming from. Okay, I got you now, LGG. I was like, what? It runs funny. I laugh every time. Yeah. To give each other a heads up. Okay, so it's heading your way, huh? Gotcha. He said you don't know where. Well, you know what? He probably sitting back watching you feeding them the squirrels and everything, and you done made a fancy ledge for him. Hey, Francesca, thank you for stopping in. Sorry I'm late, but here I am now. Good evening, sister. Miss Shirley. Hey, VA bus due to, and they really like my wingnut ears. Stop. Francesca says saying hello to everybody. My wife is jelly, chases it around the yard, trying to make it her pal. Oh, Mike, you got to tell her how to be a whisperer of animals. That's what you got to tell her how to do. Tell her to drop snacks for it. Yeah, that's what Mike do. He made a a squirrel ledge with a little tray and stuff they can go up and sit in and eat. Yeah, tell your wife to put some snacks in her pocket or something. Yeah. Mike, LGG said, Mike, that animal gave out the word animal lover in Minnesota. Pleasant lover squirrels, lover, etc., etc. Oh, said they got an animal whisperer with all the goods, huh? What's the special cake? None. My hair was looking a hot mess. I was covering my head, and it's a little chilly here, so I put a jacket on to be warm. Just something simple. I told Dolores, I said, we were talking for a while before it started tonight, and I was like, Dolores, let me go put a hat on my head and some lipstick on. And that's all I did. Nothing special, nothing fancy. But thank you. I appreciate it. I told her to give it mealworms. Okay. Yeah, I know they a lot of people give those to their chickens as a treat too. So that might be interesting. I love them. Yeah. Girl, what I eat? What's up, Greed? How are you? Driving and listen. All right, keep your eyes on the road. Be safe. Animals can see your heart. And they can also smell you as well. They can tell if you're scared of them or whether you're friendly as well. Turkey should be back soon too. Right now, we got some wild turkeys around here I hadn't seen. I've been over here over 30 years. I just now seen wild turkeys. And I was like, where are they coming from? Yeah, because you tell meal when yeah, so I'm just like, what? Where are they coming from? I've seen deer, I've seen red fox, I've seen possum, I've seen raccoons, I've seen groundhogs, but I rabbits and chipmunks, but I had never seen the wild turkeys. Now I'm seeing wild turkeys. So it's like Wild Kingdom over here at night. I don't know much about wild animals, but know about some farm animals. All right. And we got some wild animals. They on 2 feet. Yeah, we got a lot of them running around here. When me and Nicole was working in the garden the other day, a woman came up the sidewalk on the house on the other side. She's like, "You got any green tomatoes back there?" And I was like, "No, I don't." Uh, and I'm saying to myself, she better not come back over here and check because it's not. enclosed, and most people have been quite nice about not messing with the garden. And I was like, and I told the truth. I said, I have none. The deer ate them all. I don't know if this is deer or raccoon, but they ate all my purple Cherokee tomatoes. They even ate the little babies that weren't no bigger than this. So Nicole helped me put chicken netting around, I mean, bird netting around them because there was a couple of little tiny ones and some blossoms on there. So if the weather warm up, they might go to flourish, they might not, but still, I want to try to hold on to them. And then I turned around, I had two. And I looked at the other plant, they got that one too. They got all the tomatoes off of that. I didn't get not one tomato. So for the video that I made, was fortunate to get what I did. I got two off of there. They ate everything else off of both plants. I do agree, Sister Reed. She's always looked fancy and beautiful. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bipedal animals or is that supposed to be bipolar? Someone put it as a pheasant. Okay. I don't see much for pheasants here. Lots of wild turkeys lately though. Yeah. Yeah, all the animals are coming out now. They're trying to feed because here in the north, what's the Farmer's Almanac said? We're going to have a hard winter, a lot more snow and a lot more cold days. So that even got me stepping up my A game about preps. So I got plenty of rice and cream of wheat, oatmeal, tea, and sugar, and all kinds of stuff, hot cocoa mix, and all this other stuff. Canned goods I propped up on. So yeah. So yeah, get my herbs together too. So once we have these shutdowns, because we have had them where overnight it snows like 3, 4 feet at a time, shut the city down, and the main streets that stay clean is the main streets for people to get back and forth to work. Sometimes the side streets don't get hit right away. So yeah, I've been washing blankets and covers and all my hoodies and wool pants and what have you. I'm getting ready for it, getting all the extra blankets and comforters and more pillows and stuff. So, because when the city shut down, it shuts down for a minute. For instance, it was 41 this morning here. Ooh, it was 59 here. Well, the high was 59, the low was 54, I think it was. Shines pretty metallic when light hits it right. Somebody saying Gina. Is Gina in here? Hey, Gina, Gina. I see everybody saying hi. I was looking at your video about your last potato harvest. I'm ready to go and check mine. My sweet potatoes has already flowered several times, so I know they was making tubers. And the deer's coming down. I got chicken wire around them, so they can't get down in the middle. But they've been eating all the vines. As the vines stick out, they've been eating the vines all the way down to the chicken wire. So I'm just waiting on the leaves to start changing colors, or I might just go back and I have a bird netting over the top, so they can't go down in the middle. So I'm gonna need to pull that back and see if they might be ready to come out because the blossoms was what last week, a week or two ago. So stuff should be happening real soon. Hi, China versus China. Hey, daughter. Yeah, so uh, I see everybody talking to one another. But Gina, I was telling Jay how I was so excited when I saw that box. I had no idea. Like I said, I know I hadn't ordered anything. I was like, why I got a box? And I pulled that box out and it said Jay. And I already knew. I was like, I hope it's what it is. I was like a little kid. I was like, I hope it is. I hope it is. When I opened it up and saw that dragon fruit in there, ah, I was so tickled pink. That's what I should have took a recording of was my reaction because it was off the chain. When I opened up that box and I pulled that plastic out, oh my goodness. It was just like, ah, I was tickled pink. And it was so good. It was so juicy. I never had dragon fruit before in my life. I've seen it at the Asian store and I could have got because they had the big ones like Jay had. But I was scared to buy it because I was like, everybody said they buy it and they tasteless. I was like, I don't want to buy one and then they don't taste right. I would be mad. Okay. All right, Crooked Peach. I see you popping up somewhere in the morning. If I don't oversleep because it's cold, I might be up underneath the covers. Yeah, he is, Gina. Yeah. Good night, Peach. Have a good one. I'll catch you in them YouTube straights. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yep. And it was so juicy. But I was like, I had red juice on my fingers, on my cutting board. I was like, my teeth. I just got these whitened. I didn't need for them to turn red. But it was so good. It was delicious. Yes, it was. I enjoyed that so much. My granddaughter said, Graham, you gonna send me some of that? I was like, your name wasn't on the box. I said, that was for me. Francisca said, I can't find it around here. My daughter wants one so bad. I love to try it if I find one. We have a lot of different ethnic stores here. We have Hispanic, Asian. In my neighbor, I'm in a half, pretty much half of a Jewish neighborhood. So they have a lot of kosher stores and supermarkets, their own markets and stuff that you can shop in. So there's a lot of ethnic stores around here that you can go in and check out what they have. Uh, them store bought ain't got nothing on Jack. I know that. That's why I never tried it. Yep, yep. That's why I seen them, but I never tried it. A restful sleep, Sister. Oh, all right. Yep, it was a natural lipstick. It was. Sitting with Saul and Mom. Mona, what's up? Late night hostess. You in Georgia? Peach nut. Y'all be them late nights. I be like, mm-mm. I used to be able to stay up late nights because I used to work night shift. Now, man, please. As soon as one eye closed, I start turning off the TV. By the time the other eye closed, I had turned off the light. And I was like, why fight it? Just go to sleep. Wake up, TV going, lights on. No. Turn that stuff off. Just go and go to sleep. Quit fighting it. Be like them newborn babies and be fighting and fighting and fighting. Then finally they just get tired and roll over and go to sleep. Yeah. No. Do it and get it over with. But yeah. Let's see what time is it. It's 1:32, y'all. Miss Shirley about to get off of here. So I can go get some ice, put it on this knee. And I thank y'all so much for taking time out of your day to stop in to say hello. Whether you driving or cooking or cleaning or whatever chore you might be doing that you took time to come in, please hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. I thank you so much. And as I always say, enjoy your day. And y'all come back now. You hear?